Zeal Education Society, redefining excellence.
Hello, my name is Nikita Rathod. I am from SYCE 2A. My title name is Long-Term Deflection of Long-Span Bridge. Long-Span Bridge definition. Perhaps the best definition of long span is that presented by Silano as if a bridge has a span too long to design from standard handbooks, you can tell it a long span bridge. Long-term deflection definition. Long-term deflection, it is the one to be checked for sustained loads which are going to be there on the structure during lifespan of the structure. Long-term deflection is calculated for a full dead load and part of life loads which are going to be there lifelong on the structure. Long-term deflection, where only a proportion of the service load is permanent. The long-term deflection curvature of a section may be found using the following procedures. A. Determine the short-term curvature under the permanent load. B. Determine the short-term curvature under the total load. C. Determine the long-term curvature and the permanent load. Total long term curvature is equals to curvature C plus curvature B minus curvature A. Types of deflection. Types of deflections are short-term deflections occurs immediately upon the application of a load. Long-term deflections takes into account the long-term shrinkage and keep movements. Long-span bridge. Long-span bridges, arches, trusses, and box girders bridges have reached the economic limits to span, are fairly flat with time. The span of cable stay and suspension bridges is still developing, and so the main focus of the long span bridges (LSB) course is on the suspension bridges and cable stay bridges. Which bridge is suitable for long span? Suspension bridges. The types of structures that have these features and thus are most suitable for large and suspension bridges are cable stayed bridges. Long span bridges are constructed by which tensioning? Long span continuous preceded concrete bridges are built of which type of box girders? Multi-celled box girders, segments of variable depth using the post-tensioning system and typical cross-sections of the post-tensions preceded concrete bridge decks and salient features of the cantilever structure. Construction. Long span bridge construction. Constructability considerations is long span bridge design. As the spans of cable stayed bridges and suspension bridges increase in the length, erection methods. Long span bridge length. When the span of bridge is more than 120 meters, then it's termed as long span bridge. Bridge span length. Bridge span length. Short span 6 to 30 m. Medium span 30 to 100 m. Long span 100. Thank you.